Okay, hey everybody, welcome to Push to Purpose team call. Thank you to everybody who jumped on, and I think everybody's muted, so that's good. All right, so today's topic, we are going to get right to it. It's facing fear and having the why not me mentality. Now this is big, this is like huge, because your mindset and your thoughts and the way that you think about yourself and this business has everything to do with your success or lack of success. So I want to start and just kind of share something that happened to me. So when I first became a coach, I pretty much was like stalking other Beachbody coaches, and one coach in particular, Mindy Wender. And I just kind of watched her. And for those of you guys who aren't familiar with her, she's, I don't know, like a 15-star diamond coach, millionaire club, like just an amazing coach. But when she first started out, she was a single mom working full time. She was like a cashier or something at like a hardware store. She lives in this really small town in Upper Peninsula, Michigan. And honestly, you guys, I could like tell you her whole life because I pretty much stalked her. And that's what you need to do. But what happened was I just started watching her, and I started seeing her really become successful on social media. Hold on, guys. I'm going to mute everybody. And let's see. Okay. And so she really started becoming really successful as a coach. And not only just her, but of course there's like other coaches that I saw that were just, I don't know, they were just living these lives and having these successes in life that I wanted. And it wasn't always tied back to money. It was tied back to happiness. I just remember that specifically. And just doing things, vacations, and being able to afford things money-wise that I wasn't able to afford at that time. And I spent a great deal of time watching these people. And, you know, and I just thought, yeah, right, like, you know, that it's amazing. But being a newer coach, you know, you're just, you kind of feel like they're on top of a mountain and you're like down here. And it's just like, yeah, right. Until one day, I think it was probably Craig Holiday, but he said, you know, stop saying, why me? Why me? Why does this stuff have to happen to me? Why am I so stressed out at a job that I don't love? Why am I still living paycheck to paycheck? Why can't I get this business going? Blah, blah, blah. Why me? Why me? Why me? And change that whole thought process to why not me? Why not me? You know, Lindsay Matway, Brigitte Linford, Carly Del Carlo, Angie Green. I mean, pick a successful coach that you know, that you watch. They've all had a day one. They've all started exactly where you guys are. You know, they've all been stuck at Emerald rank, or they've all struggled to get challengers. And, you know, I know even I was with Angie at a meeting on Friday, and we were talking about Christine Dwyer, and she was saying how Christine was talking to her, how she still struggles to get Success Club every month. And sometimes it's like down to the last minute. And I don't think that we realize that, you know what, everybody has these struggles. It's your mindset that's going to make you either succeed or not succeed. And so I want you guys to understand that, you know, I really, to this morning, I woke up and Bria and I went outside and we watered flowers. And, you know, the summertime always makes me remember just how grateful I am to be able to live this life, do this full time, and not worry about a boss, not worry about a schedule, vacation days, a time clock. I don't have to worry about any of that. I don't even know what it's like for someone to demand me to be somewhere for years. And sometimes I forget that, how hard I worked to achieve that. But I want you guys to know that, you know, this morning when I was sitting there with my cup of coffee, sitting on my front porch, watching Bria water the flowers, that it's worth it. And the journey that you're on, we've all been there. I don't know anyone who's built a business up to 6 figures or beyond that didn't do it while they were working full time or have crazy schedules or at home with kids. I don't know anyone who's built a successful coaching business that hasn't endured the ups and downs of life. You know, whether it's pregnancies, whether it's divorce, whether it's sickness, whether it's death. You know, it happens to all of us. But there's some people who can stay focused. There's some people who say, why not me? This, you know, I'm going to do this. And it doesn't matter if I'm feeling sick today. It doesn't matter if I'm going through something hard. This is important to me. And nothing is going to take this from me, whatever it is. You know, some of you guys, it may not be doing this full time, and that's okay. You know, some of you guys, it may be, you know, vacations or living debt free or, you know, just having a job that you love. I don't know what it is for you, but I want you to know that every single person that I know that has achieved their it or their why, they've done it over a period of time that has taken laser focused dedication and sacrifice. And I'm pretty positive that every single person you asked, was it worth it? Was it worth the lack of sleep sometimes? Was it worth the tears? Was it worth the frustration? Was it worth facing your fears and overcoming doubt? Was it worth getting disciplined with this? Every single person will tell you, yes, it was. Yes, it was. It is worth it. And so I want you guys to know that. And I want you to believe in yourselves because you are sitting on an amazing opportunity. I truly, truly believe that this job is like the best job in the entire world. Like when people ask me, what do you do? There's a girl that messaged me and she's like, I want to know what you do. And I'm like, I can't even give you justice by sending you a Facebook message about what I do because it's like the most amazing, uplifting, powerful thing ever because you're part of something that's helping change people's lives. But, you know, you focus on helping others, but in return, what you get financially, what you get with your time, what you get back that just fills your soul, it's like priceless. It's crazy. And in the life that you can live, the life that you can design and live from this business. And it doesn't take 10 years to do. It doesn't take like normal jobs, like you're 30 years and out. No, this is like a couple years of sacrifice, a couple years of straight up dedication and pushing out of your comfort zone. And this is what you get. I can tell you that every single year with Beachbody, when I turn in my W-2 to my tax person, my income doubles. Like the first year I actually realized it happened, one year I made like, I don't know, let's just say $22,000 with Beachbody. Literally the next year I went to go get my taxes done. I made like $56,000 with Beachbody. And it doubles. This business it just grows. And my accountant, he was like, is this real? Like, what is this? But I kept coming back consistently and just doubling income. And he's like, what do you do? Like, you need to tell me what you're doing. And I don't know. It's amazing. But I need you guys to understand the why not me mentality. You know, I talked to somebody today. Let me see if she's on. And I don't know if she's on. She might be or not. But, you know, she was saying how her upline isn't really involved and can she switch uplines and this and that. Listen, you guys, your upline has nothing to do with your success. You are the CEO of your company, of your business. It starts with you. It started with Lindsay Matway. She didn't have, you know, an upline that was helping her. She didn't even have an upline that was present. You guys are plugged into a team, and there is enough tools and resources available for you. If you tell me you're not successful because your upline isn't around, I'm going to tell you that's an excuse because you have every opportunity to grow this business. You have every opportunity to step up, be the CEO of your company and do amazing things. And so whether you feel like your upline is involved enough or not, it starts with you. You're the CEO of your company. So what does that mean? Like when we talk about believing in yourself and having the why not me mentality, we are, you know, obviously going to talk about facing fear. This business, it's different. Most of us were not network marketers. And this business isn't really even network marketing. This is seriously a relationship business. Carl Deichler talked yesterday, I think it was, somebody asked him, how do you grow a big team? How do you grow a big network of people? Well, you do it one person at a time, one life at a time, one relationship at a time. To throw out these huge nets and thinking you're going to bring in, 30, 40, 50 people into a big old party, and not to say anything about Younique, but let's just take Younique. When the eyelash thing was like really, really big, I would get thrown into these Younique groups all the time. And there'd be like 100 people in there. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, that's so rude to just like add people to these big old groups that you think, and then you think they're just going to participate and buy from you. That's network marketing. That's sales. And Beachbody is so opposite of that. Like, you need to actually build relationships with people because, committing to changing their lifestyle and working out and eating better and checking in goes way beyond just the dang sale. Like, they need to trust you. They need to know you. They need to relate to you. They need to like you. That takes relationships. Focusing on one person at a time. That's how you build your team. Now, literally, you're not just focusing on one person at a time. You might be having like 10 conversations going, but you're not creating a group and throwing 100 people in there and not even asking them if they want to be in there. It's just totally, totally different. And not to say anything about Younique, but just the whole approach to Beachbody is very different. But here's the thing. Building relationships with people, that takes facing fear, right? Because starting conversations with people you don't know, adding friends, people that you don't even know, that is scary and uncomfortable for a lot of people to do. But you have to face that fear. You have to overcome that fear. And the only way I know how to overcome fear, and I learned this from Chalene Johnson, is to literally just face it. Just face it head on. And I'm going to share with you guys a personal thing. A couple months ago when I knew that Charles and I's marriage was ending. And, if you know me, you know I'm a big believer in marital endurance. You know that pretty much my whole foundation is built upon just sticking through the hard times and everything. And so to know that I was going to have to let people know that, my marriage was over, and people at my kids' school and parents that I have had conversations with about the importance of love and respect and 5 love languages and all this, and people on Facebook, the fact that I was going to have to say I failed absolutely terrified me. And it was so humiliating. And so it just brought up so much fear inside of me. And I'm not even kidding you. Chalene's voice in my head was like, face it, Andrea, face it head on. Because I was so scared. What would people think? What would people think of me? What are they going to say behind my back? What are their opinions going to be of me? And literally, like, I couldn't even get on Facebook because I was just so down, and I'm going through such a hard time. And Chalene's voice was just in my head, and she's like, face it head on. And that's exactly what I did. I allowed fear to cripple me for a couple of days to where I'm like, I don't know what to do. Oh my God. And then when I faced it and I came out and I shared with everybody, look, this isn't the path I would have chose, but this is the path that I'm on. And, I had 1,000 pounds off of me. It was the most, it was very, very hard, but the fear went away immediately. Why? Because I faced it and I didn't die. I was okay. I overcame it. The same is with you guys. Whatever you're scared of with regards to this business, whether it's talking to people, whether it's messaging them, whether it's being rejected, whether it's, oh my God, what are they going to think if I add them? And then they're like, do I even know you? Why did you send that request? Or if they say, why are you inviting me to this? And you're worried what they're thinking or that they'll say no. You have to face that fear. And then once you realize that, you're okay, you'll be able to do it over and over and over again. I promise you, that's just how it works. And that isn't just with Beachbody. That's with like life in general. Like my whole situation was sharing something so hard for me. That's not Beachbody related, but what I've learned through personal development because of Beachbody, it helped me get through that time rather than crippling me and holding it inside. And, oh, do they know? Do the kids' parents know at school yet? Oh my God, what are they thinking? But no, face it head on. And that's what you guys have to do with this business. What are you scared of? What is holding you back? I don't know if Sherilyn's on this call, but she got some tough love from me this week where like, I'm like, I want to hurt you because you are standing behind so many excuses and I'm tired of hearing it. And your kids and your husband and your freedom and your time, they're way too important to keep allowing these dumb ass excuses and fear stopping you. And we had this like serious conversation. Let me see if she's on. And I don't know if she's on, but and then after that conversation, literally in the past 2 days, she's brought on 2 brand new coaches on the team. Okay, nothing changed in the past 2 days except what? Her willingness and ability to face her fear and get out there and say, hey, I've got an amazing team. Coaching is an absolutely life-changing opportunity. Do you want to join my team? And 2 people, yes, I want to join your team. So I'm just like, oh my God, Sherilyn, and I'm like, and so I just had a conversation with her today and I'm like, what happened? What changed? She's like, I got my head out of my ass. That's what changed. I went for this. I went for it. I stopped standing in my own way. And that's what you guys have to do. Every single person on this call. This opportunity is way too big. Whatever your why is, wherever you became a coach, is way too important to allow fear to stop you. So what do? You face it. Once you face it, you see it didn't kill you, and then you can do it again. And that's what this business is about. And you know what? That journey, every time you face your fear, you gain confidence. Every time you overcome something, you just gain a little bit more. So it's a little bit more to your foundation of who you are in adding to your life experiences. So when you need to turn around and there's going to be someone who you're going to need to say, hey, you're okay. You're going to get through this and share your life experience. Maybe it's going to be your kids or whatever. You've got this foundation. You're not always shying away from things. You're facing it with faith and with courage, and you're overcoming it, and you're pushing beyond it. And that's what life is about. And this business is so similar to just, life in general and just how things work out. And so I also want to talk to you guys about the end of the month and facing the fear of, not getting Success Club. I'm looking at the people on this call right now. Every single one of you guys should hit this. Every single one of you that want to work this business and grow this business. I'm pretty sure most of you guys had said in the beginning of the month that you were going to hit Success Club. So now it's getting down to the wire. And now you really only have like a couple days left. So what are you going to do? You've got 2 choices. You can just say, well, I tried and I'm super busy and the kids are about to be out of school and it's summertime and I don't have anybody and I didn't get it done. That's your first choice. And that's probably what you've always done. That's why, you don't probably hit Success Club consistently. It only takes one time to buckle down and hit Success Club in the last couple days of the month. And I'm telling you what, something will change. I remember it used to happen to me a lot. I'd get down to that last week of the month and I would have like 0 Success Club points. And I'd always tell Angie, next month I got it. I got it by the 15th next month. I swear to God, I'm busting my butt and I'm going to get it by the 15th because I didn't hit it the month before. Okay, Andrea, okay. And sure enough, the 15th would come and I'd have all these reasons why I didn't hit it. And then I'd be looking at the last week of the month and I'd still be at like 0 or 2. And at some point I was like, this is like crap. Like something has to change. Like you draw a line in the sand and all it takes is one time for you to hit Success Club in like the last 48 hours of the month or the last 24 hours of the month. And when you know it's possible and when you know you can do it, then you'll never give up with 6 days left. You'll never give up with 5 days left. I'm not kidding you. There's been times there's been a couple months where Sarah Try and I have been on the phone at like 10:30 at night trying to get our last Success Club points in. And for East Coast, it ends at 11:59, I believe. And so it would just be crazy stress, but like literally up to the last like hour of the night, we were doing it. We were working. And then I remember it was like 12:30 at night, one night, midnight, after we both hit it. And we had like a glass of wine on the phone. And we're like, F this. Like, this is never happening again. Like, from now on, we are not waiting this last minute. But just having that and knowing, high five, because we did it. We got it in like the last hour of the month. That's insane. It just takes one time. And so let this be your month. Let this be your one time that you draw that line in the sand and you do something different. Because if you love coaching and if you're here to grow a business, then you have to hit Success Club. You just have to. If you say Success Club isn't important, or you always give yourself reasons why you don't hit it, then you're going to struggle to build a business. You're going to struggle to build a team, because it's a foundation. It's what you do. It's what you teach your coaches to do. And it's just 3 people a month that you're helping. 3 to 5 people a month. You got to be kidding me. If you're even 80% consistent with this business, you can get 3 to 5 people a month into a challenge pack. But listen, just one time, guys, that's all it takes. So your choice is to just let this slip by another month, or you're going to face this fear and you're going to buckle down and you're going to prove to yourself just how amazing you actually are and what your potential with this business actually is. And when you hit it, you're just going to feel so much better and you'll never give up again. You just won't. It just doesn't happen. And so I want you guys to know that. So I know there's a lot of you on this call that do need to face that fear. And you know what, for those of you guys going to Summit and you said that Success Club 10 was a goal for that Success Club invite, no excuses. Get it done. Get with your upline. I gave a video to all of my personally sponsored coaches to use. Use that video. If you are wanting the video that I made, message me and I can send it to you. It's just a tool to kind of help invite people to a challenge group, but I will share it with you. But you need to be serious about hitting this. So anyways, that's what I have. I want to open the call up to see if anyone has any questions about anything. So go ahead and unmute yourself. We have like 6 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions about Success Club in the last minute, facing fear? I mean, anything really.
Andrea, if you hit All-Stars, is there something that you do at Summit?
Yeah, I think you are recognized as an All-Star at Summit. Are you going to be Success Club All-Star 5 or 10?
I think 5, because I hit 10, 8 of the months, like 10 or above, 8 of the months, and then I hit or 9 of the months, and then 5 are over the other months.
Okay, yeah, I would go to the FAQs, but I know that they used to walk across stage. I don't know if your name will be on the stage at Summit now just because it's gotten so big, but I know that they normally do recognize Success Club All-Stars at Summit. I know. Congratulations. For those of you guys that don't know, Alina's a Success Club All-Star, so that's pretty awesome. Yay.
As of next month.
Next month will be 12 full months, so that's amazing. Okay, anybody else have any questions? No? All right, guys, I hope this helps. Think about what's holding you back. What is preventing you from moving this business forward for yourself? Whatever fear you have, a lot of times the main ones are fear of rejection and fear of what people will think. That is literally like the biggest and the main fears that kind of pause people and kind of freeze them to where they can't really move forward. If those are what you're feeling, know that you're not alone. It's super, super common. Most people won't push past that fear, and that's why out of 300,000 Beachbody coaches, you're welcome, Erin, but out of like 300,000 Beachbody coaches, you know, there's not tons and tons of successful coaches. I mean, you know, it's maybe a couple hundred. So a lot of people aren't willing to push past that fear. They just let it stop them and cripple them. The people that are willing to face it, the people that are willing to overcome it and push past it, those people are the successful coaches, and it's worth it. Maria, do you have a question? Or are we just playing around? Wait, let me try and unmute you. You're muted, so hold on.
I got it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I just noticed that my issue is the time is restricted, so I'm just trying to find the right time to schedule out my day. And I know I do have a fear of like just asking, so I definitely need to get over that. So yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how to get over that. I know I should just get over it and just press the send button.
That is no, like if this is not rocket scientist, literally, Maria, that's all you do. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. It's like a little kid that's learning to ride a bike. They're scared to death, you know, but and so you've got the dad or the mom that's riding along and holding on to them. The kid doesn't want to let go. But once they start getting going and once they get it and they're willing to face it and overcome the fear, then they get to ride their bike. Nina has a best friend, Ella, and they're both the exact same age. Nina's been riding a two-wheeler for 2 summers now, and Ella is still scared to death to come off of her training wheels. And I can see like the pain in her face when, you know, all these 8-year-olds are on two-wheelers and she's still on a training wheel bike because she's too scared to go for this. And it's just crazy because once you just do it and do it and do it, you'll be fine. You will be fine. You have to send it. I know time for you is important. I know you're very busy. Why are you doing this? And then once you determine that, just like you're busy with school, just like you're busy with your job and your other things going on, you need to give this a piece of your plate. And even if it's 30 minutes a day, schedule 30 minutes. And if that means, and this was just me being laser focused, if that means that I get up 30 minutes earlier and sacrifice sleep for a little bit, then that's what I do. You know what I mean? And you just have to decide. But my freedom of time was that important to me, so I was willing to do that. You need to figure out why you're doing this, and if it's that important to you, it gets a piece of your plate just like school does and just like work does. And then you need to be willing to just hit send. That's literally what it's about. Yep. Anybody else have any questions? Right. I agree. Elena says, I have no freedom of time. I sacrifice sleep to do Beachbody. And I believe that she does. Like, you know, it's late at night. Like once the boys are in bed after you've worked and, you know, all that, and you're returning messages and everything, you are going to sacrifice sleep at first. I sacrificed a lot of sleep. I remember getting up, you know, at 5:30 in the morning. John Acuff talks about in START, you know, rescue 20 minutes of your day for your dreams. If your dreams are that important to you, you'll rescue 20 minutes. If they're not that important to you, then you won't rescue 20 minutes. I mean, it just, that's what it boils down to. But Maria, like I look at your transformation pictures and just how hard you work and stuff. And I know that you're motivating. I know that you're inspiring, and you absolutely have potential to do great things with this business. It's just facing that fear and overcoming it.
I also think it's an issue of like when I do approach people, I feel like they're always making excuses. And like, I know people don't have money and I know people don't have sometimes credit cards. I just feel like every single time I ask and I just get a no, which is fine because I'm obviously going to get no's. But then even in my challenge groups, it's really hard. Like I don't see people getting interactive. Like I post questions, I post things. So it's like very discouraging. And I know I shouldn't be. My friend Claudia, I put her on my page. And she's like, well, you post too much. I only post a picture a day and maybe like a recipe or a comment. So I was like, am I posting too much or am I not posting too much?
Yeah, no. You know, if you're only hearing no's, I think that it's a process. You're gonna hear no at first. Like you very rarely the first time you approach someone, are they ready to come on board? Yeah. Okay, so talk about adding value. Yeah. Okay. So very rarely are people going to come on board the first time. So what does that mean? You need to track who you're talking to, and you need to just keep talking to more people. And here's the thing, like you need to add value to what you're inviting people to, you know. And Elena, you can unmute yourself and you can help me on this one, but people don't join my challenge groups just because of 21 Day Fix. They don't join my challenge group just because of Shakeology. I can tell you every single girl in my challenge group right now, they are in this because of me in our relationship. They're in this because I've asked them over the course of like 6 months. I've been talking to these girls and building relationships, and where they're at, whatever's going on in their life, we've connected. We've connected on different levels. And so when I come to them now after 6 months of connecting and talking and inviting, and I say, hey, listen, I know you're going through a hard time, but this is going to be good for you. You have to trust me on this. You go for this. Okay, Andrea, I think I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to do this now. You know, and it's adding value to people. You are why people are going to pay $160 to join your challenge group. So are you adding enough value, and are you getting to know them? You know, because posting just a sweaty pic is awesome, and it is actually really motivating when I see it, because I'm like, good Lord, that girl is like sweating like crazy. But it goes beyond that. You know, it goes beyond that. And I don't know who Claudia is and if she's a coach and if she understands adding value on social media and all that. But if she doesn't, I'm not too sure if she's the one I'd be asking to critique my Facebook. I might be going more on my upline for that. People who are successful and can give you tips and pointers. But understand, people aren't just going to join you for the program. They're joining you because of you. So you need to add value to people's lives. Elena, do you have anything to say?
I would also say to add value to yourself, because I've been starting, like, when I talk to people, like, I tell them, you're going to get me. Like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be your personal coach. Like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to motivate you. And then I feel like they're almost getting, like a personal, like, trainer coach type person. Like, I'm in your corner. You're not going to get that if you go out and order it through Beachbody.com or through eBay. You're not going to get somebody in your corner who's going to be motivating you. And I'm really big on building relationships. Like, almost everybody in my challenge group I have probably talked to, like, the same probably for the last, like, 6 months. Like, yeah. They're probably, like, I consider them my friends. Like, I built such a big relationship with them before they even ordered anything, that when the time came and I messaged them, like, hey, it is time for you to, like, get on board. They're like, fine, because they like me and they trust me already. Yeah. So that's huge.
Yeah. It's sowing and reaping. Like, you know, if you guys have been AWOL for the past month or for 2 or 3 months, don't think just because you decided in the next last 3 weeks that you're going to get back into this, that you're going to have success. No, you're going to struggle a little bit more because you haven't been planting the seeds. And honestly, just like Elena said, and truly it's the same for me, the girls that are in my challenge group right now, I first invited at least 6 months ago. And I'm not kidding you. And then it's just taken hearing, no, I can't. Oh, yeah, I'm in. And then last minute, hey, why didn't you order it last night? Oh, I had a bill come up. Oh, for real? Okay, next time. But then still staying, you know, connected with them. That's what this is about. And so when you have those periods of being MIA with your consistency, you are shooting yourself in the foot. Can you overcome that? Yes, but it's going to be, you know, it's going to take more work because you just haven't been planting the seeds. Any other questions? No? Okay. All right, guys, thank you for getting on the call. Listen, some of you guys, like, this is tough love right now. If you are someone who said you were going to hit Success Club 10 this month and you haven't, if you are someone who said, and if you paid $50 to get in the triceps dash and you aren't where you need to be, and there's 2 weeks left in this recruitment dash, I believe, and you're thinking, oh, I haven't done anything yet, that's bullcrap. You have time. You have time left in this month, and you have time left in this recruiting dash. Get it done. Just stop letting yourself down. Do this for you, because I'm telling you, you are worth it. Your dreams are worth it. Your family's worth it. Your kids are worth it. Whatever you're working for, it's worth it. So, all right, guys, thank you for jumping on the call. And if you have any questions at all, let me know, and we will talk next week. See ya.